My name is Bill Harrop. I'm a retired Foreign Service officer. During my 39 years in the Foreign Service, or I'm still in the Foreign Service, no one ever leaves it. I was ambassador to 5 countries, and as well as Deputy Assistant Secretary of State for Africa and Inspector General of the State Department and Foreign Service. This is just an amusing anecdote, and it was a wonderful experience that I had. You know, ambassadors abroad sometimes look forward to, sometimes dread having visits from the Congress. We call them CODELs, Congressional Delegations, and they can frequently have a very good purpose in that it enables the American Foreign Service people on the scene to educate, brief the Congress on what's going on in their countries. And also, sometimes it can be very useful to have the members of Congress make the point of showing local leaders that, in fact, the Congress, as well as the executive branch, backs whatever policies are that we're trying to implement. This is a story that took place. I was ambassador to the Republic of Zaire, the Congo, from 1987 to 1991, working with General Mobutu Sese Seko, the well-known African dictator, who was a very effective dictator, but really bled his country white by siphoning off most of the very great wealth that the Congo has in minerals and agricultural products, diamonds, into his own pockets and using them politically to keep himself in power. Mobutu had a lovely little ship, must have been about 140 feet long. It had been a Belgian pack boat that went up and down the Congo. It had 3 decks. It was really quite a handsome ship, and he had it fixed up beautifully as his own large private yacht. And it had really, aside from living quarters, it had a wonderful big sort of a saloon deck. It had a big dining deck, and I spent more time than I like to recall there visiting Mobutu on his ship, which was called the Kamanyola. The Kamanyola had been a military victory for Mobutu, although there are stories that in fact he had parked his Jeep in such a way that he could advance by going backward, but that's a separate story. I had a visit at one of these CODELs from the Senate Intelligence Committee. The Senate Joint Intelligence Committee was chaired at that time by David Boren of Oklahoma, and a senior member was Sam Nunn of Georgia. And these two quite distinguished American politicians came out to visit Zaire. They were interested, in the intelligence side, they were interested in the fact that, I don't believe it's a secret any longer, that we were giving a great deal of assistance to the Savimbi forces in Angola, we thought democratic forces who were trying to obtain independence from the socialist communist government of Angola. And they wanted to review that. The CIA was actively doing this, working out of the Congo, and as intelligence committee people, they wanted to review that and see what was going on. Well, I took them down to visit President Mobutu on his yacht, the Kamanyola. We had to drive about, 30 miles down the river to go around the great falls of the Congo, and then went up onto Mobutu's ship. And we were shown into this beautiful big living salon area of the ship. And Mobutu's taste is not exactly what you might hope it might be, but the ship has lush crimson carpets and deep blue curtains, large curtains around the walls, as well as heavy furniture of primary colors also, of a crimson and azure. We went in there. We had to wait about 15 minutes to see the president, as is the style of many great leaders and autocrats. They like to keep their appointments waiting a while, and that's what we did. We waited there, and while we were standing there, Senator Boren looked around at the extraordinary interior of this place, and he turned to Senator Nunn and me, and he said, "You know, it's really very handsome, but where are the girls?" And that's the story.